Hey, it's Alona Rose, and I want to talk to you about something that trips up so many of us. Procrastination. Let me be crystal clear right from the start. Procrastination is not a character flaw. It's not about being lazy or undisciplined. It's a complex battle happening inside your brain, a tug of war between the part of you that wants to get things done and the part that's trying to protect you from stress. We're gonna pull back the curtain on this so you understand exactly what's going on. You see, the psychology behind why you put things off often boils down to fear. Fear of failure, fear of not being perfect, or even fear of success. Sometimes it's a sheer lack of motivation or feeling completely overwhelmed by the task ahead. And biologically, it's a fascinating dance. Your brain is wired to seek pleasure and avoid pain. That's where dopamine, your limbic system, your emotional brain, and the whole reward cycle come into play. Your brain literally prefers the instant hit of scrolling social media over tackling that big report. And it's not just one size fits all. There are different flavors of procrastination: the perfectionist who never starts, the dreamer who never acts, the avoider who ducks difficult tasks. The real-life impact, it's huge. We're talking increased stress, missed deadlines, lost opportunities, and a nagging sense of low self-esteem that chips away at your confidence. But here's the good news: you can break free, and I'm going to show you how. Alright, let's dive into our first power move against procrastination: timeboxing. I know, it might sound like another productivity buzzword, but trust me on this one, it's a game changer. So, what is it? Simply put, you're not just putting a task on your to-do list. You're scheduling a specific, non-negotiable appointment with that task in your calendar. You decide when you're going to work on it, and for how long. This isn't about vague intentions like I'll work on the report this afternoon. No, this is from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. I am dedicating myself solely to writing the introduction of the report. See the difference? It creates an artificial deadline, a sense of urgency that your brain actually responds to. It forces a structure onto your day, pushing back against that "I'll do it later" monster. So how do you actually do this? Grab your calendar, digital, paper, whatever works for you. Look at that task you've been avoiding. Now estimate how much time you realistically need for a focused session on it. Don't try to block out 5 hours if you know you'll bail after 1. Start small if you need to. Block out 30 minutes, an hour. The key is to treat this time block like an important meeting with your CEO or your most valued client. You wouldn't just skip that, right? During that time, that one task is your entire world. No multitasking, no quick check of emails. This technique directly tackles the overwhelm because you're not thinking about the entire mountain, just the next small step you've scheduled. The beauty of time boxing is that it helps you get started, which is often the hardest part. It breaks down monumental tasks into manageable chunks, and each time you complete a time box, you get a little hit of accomplishment. That feeling of "I did what I said I would do" starts to build momentum and chip away at the fear of failure. It's about creating a commitment and honoring it. You're training your brain to understand that when something is scheduled, it gets done. This simple shift can dramatically reduce the mental energy you waste thinking about doing the task and redirect it into actually doing it. It's incredibly powerful. Next up is a technique that sounds almost too simple to be effective, but I promise you, it's a secret weapon for maintaining focus and energy: the Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro is Italian for tomato, named after those cute little tomato-shaped kitchen timers its creator used. The concept is brilliant in its simplicity. You work in short focused sprints, typically 25 minutes, and then you take a short 5-minute break. That's one Pomodoro. After about 4 Pomodoros, you take a longer break, say 15 to 30 minutes. It's about working with your brain's natural attention span, not against it. Think of it like interval training for your mind. Why does this work so well against procrastination? Because a 25-minute commitment feels incredibly doable, even for tasks you're dreading. It's not "I have to work on this for hours," it's "I just have to focus for 25 minutes. This lowers the barrier to entry significantly. Those short, regular breaks are crucial too. They help prevent mental fatigue and burnout, allowing you to come back to your work refreshed and ready for another focused burst. It keeps your productivity levels high because you're not trying to sustain intense concentration for unrealistic lengths of time, which often leads to distraction, and then, you guessed it, procrastination. It's about sustained effort through manageable pulses of work. To get started, all you need is a timer. Your phone timer will do, or you can get a dedicated Pomodoro app or a physical timer if you like. Choose your task, set your timer for 25 minutes, and go. When the timer rings, stop working. Yes, even if you're in the flow, and take your 5-minute break. Get up, stretch, grab some water, look out the window, do something completely unrelated to your task. Then reset and go again. Each completed Pomodoro is a small win that builds confidence and momentum. You'll be amazed at how much you can get done in these focused intervals, and how it systematically dismantles the urge to put things off. Chapter 3. Hack number 3. Sort your life, the Eisenhower matrix. Okay, let's talk about feeling overwhelmed, because that's a huge driver of procrastination. When you have a million things screaming for your attention, it's easy to just shut down and do nothing. This is where our third technique, the Eisenhower matrix, comes in to save the day. This powerful decision-making tool was famously used by Dwight D. Eisenhower, a 5-star general and U.S. president, to manage his incredibly demanding schedule. If it worked for him, trust me, it can work for you. It's all about categorizing your tasks based on 2 simple criteria: urgency and importance. This forces you to think critically about what really needs your attention. So how does it work? Imagine a 2x2 grid. One axis is urgent to not urgent, and the other is important to not important. This creates 4 quadrants. Quadrant 1, urgent and important. These are your do-first tasks, crises, deadlines, problems that need immediate attention. Quadrant 2, important but not urgent. These are your schedule or decide when tasks. These are activities that contribute to your long-term goals like planning, relationship building, personal development. This is where you should be spending most of your time. Quadrant 3, urgent but not important. These are your delegate tasks. Interruptions, some meetings, activities that feel pressing but don't actually move you towards your goals. Can someone else do it? Quadrant 4, not urgent and not important. These are your delete or don't do tasks. Time wasters, trivial activities, distractions. By sorting your to-do list into these 4 boxes, you gain incredible clarity. Procrastination often thrives in the fog of an undifferentiated, overwhelming list. The Eisenhower matrix cuts through that fog like a laser. It helps you identify what truly matters, what can be delegated or delayed, and what you can just let go of. This isn't just about managing time, it's about managing your energy and focus, ensuring you're working on the things that will make the biggest impact, which inherently makes you less likely to avoid them. Chapter 4, hack number 4, be kind to your mind, the power of self-compassion. Now this next one might surprise you because it's less about a specific doing technique and more about a being technique. I'm talking about mindfulness and self-compassion. So often when we procrastinate, what's the first thing we do? We beat ourselves up, right? I'm so lazy, I have no willpower. Why can't I just get this done? Sound familiar? Here's the truth. That inner critic, that harsh self-judgment, actually fuels procrastination. It creates stress, anxiety, and shame, which makes the task you're avoiding seem even more daunting and unpleasant. Your brain then tries to protect you from these bad feelings by, you guessed it, avoiding the task even further. It's a vicious cycle. Mindfulness is about paying attention to the present moment, your thoughts, your feelings, your bodily sensations without judgment. It's about noticing that urge to procrastinate, noticing the anxiety, and just observing it, instead of immediately reacting or getting swept away by it. Self-compassion, then, is about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you'd offer a good friend who's struggling. It's recognizing that you're human, that it's okay to find things hard, and that you don't need to be perfect. Instead of berating yourself, you acknowledge the difficulty and offer yourself support. This is a radical shift for many of us, so how do you practice this? It can be as simple as taking a few deep breaths when you feel that urge to procrastinate. Notice the feeling. Name it. Okay, I'm feeling overwhelmed right now. Then, try a little self-compassion. It's understandable that I feel this way. This is a big task. What's one tiny step I can take without pressure? This isn't about letting yourself off the hook. It's about creating an inner environment where it's safer to take action. When you reduce the self-inflicted stress and shame, you lower the emotional barrier to starting. You improve your focus because you're not battling your own negative thoughts as much. It's about working with yourself, not against yourself, to break free from procrastination's grip. Chapter 5, hack number 5, silence the noise, taming tech distractions. Our final hack is all about tackling one of the biggest, most pervasive culprits behind modern-day procrastination technology distractions. Let's be real. Our smartphones, laptops, and the endless stream of notifications are designed to grab and hold our attention. Social media apps, email alerts, news pings, They all provide little dopamine hits that make them incredibly addictive and make it so easy to get sidetracked from what we actually need to be doing. You sit down to work on that important project and ding, a notification pops up. Before you know it, 20 minutes have vanished down a rabbit hole of scrolling, and your project is still sitting there, untouched, making you feel even more behind and stressed. The key here is to become intentional and proactive about managing these digital diversions. You have to create an environment that supports focus, not fragments it. One of the simplest yet most effective things you can do is turn off unnecessary notifications. Seriously, go into your settings and silence the alerts for most of your apps. Do you really need to know immediately when someone likes your photo or when a new email that isn't urgent lands in your inbox while you're trying to concentrate? Probably not. Designate specific times to check email and social media rather than letting them interrupt you constantly. Treat your focused work time as sacred. Beyond notifications, consider using website blockers or apps that limit your time on distracting sites during work periods. Put your phone on silent, or even better, in another room, if you're really struggling with the temptation to pick it up. You can also try creating tech-free zones or times in your day. The goal isn't to demonize technology. It's an amazing tool when used mindfully. It's about reclaiming your attention and control, so you can direct your energy towards the tasks that matter. By minimizing these digital leaks of your time and focus, you significantly reduce the opportunities for procrastination to creep in and derail your progress. You'll be amazed at how much more you can accomplish. Chapter 6. Your procrastination breakthrough starts now. So, there you have it. 5 powerful, actionable techniques to help you stop putting things off and start taking control of your time and your life. Remember, the core message here is about shifting your mindset from needing perfection to embracing progress. It's not about never procrastinating again. We're all human. It's about having the tools and the awareness to catch yourself, understand what's happening, and gently, compassionately, guide yourself back to action. These tools are simple, but don't let their simplicity fool you. They are incredibly potent when you apply them consistently. Think about someone you admire who seems to get so much done. I guarantee you they're not immune to the pull of procrastination, but they've likely developed strategies, consciously or unconsciously, similar to what we've talked about today. Imagine yourself finally finishing that project you've been avoiding, launching that side hustle you've been dreaming about, or simply feeling that incredible sense of accomplishment at the end of the day because you did what you set out to do. That can be your reality. It starts with one small step, one time box, one Pomodoro, one kind thought towards yourself. The power to change is in your hands right now. Don't wait for the perfect moment or for motivation to strike like lightning. It rarely does. Motivation follows action, not the other way around. Pick just one of these techniques that resonated with you the most and commit to trying it today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. You have what it takes to beat procrastination. I believe in you. Now it's time for you to believe in yourself and take that first step. Go on, you've got this.